session?
It was actually Friday morning when I got into training.
Well, I was actually in Osnabrück in Germany, and we had an away game. It was a Saturday, and my dad called me super early, which is super late for him.
Coach pulled me aside and he's like, you got a minute? And I'm like, yeah, sure,
And he told me, yeah, I got a call from the U.S. Soccer Federation saying that you're on the initial roster for the Scotland game.
I didn't want to build myself up and let myself down, but just to be part of the initial roster was just an amazing thing,
He's like, so you ready to go to New England, for our game? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. He's like, have you packed yet? I'm like, no. He's like, well, you're going to have to pack a week's worth of extra clothes and a passport. And I'm like, looking at him, no idea what's going on.
I just was shocked,
I'm like, could you, maybe explain that a little bit for me? And he's like, yeah, he's like, Bruce called, wants you to come in for the Scotland game.
It was amazing, because this is what everybody, I'm sure all three of us, when we were little, hope to be in camp with the full team.
6 months ago, it was like I hadn't even been called to a California ODP pool,
I had no idea. I never would have expected it. And kind of like he was saying, over a year ago, or not even a year ago, I was still playing college at University of Dayton, and I had no idea if I was even going to get drafted or get a shot to play.
It's been kind of a crazy ride with bad timing with sicknesses and injuries with the different national teams.
Everything went by super fast for me. I got called into the 20s, played there, then went pro in Germany, and now getting called into the national team. Definitely never thought about getting called in. And obviously, long-term goal is to play in the World Cup eventually and everything, but I definitely didn't think it was going to come, this soon.
I thought that it was going to be held against me playing in a small country like Denmark.
I still can't pronounce the team he plays for.
Why don't you pronounce it? Let's see if they can spell it.
It's FC Nordsjælland.
For all this to happen so quickly, it's just like one surprise after another, and it's just working out so well. I've been really fortunate.
Of course, we all hope and we all believe in ourselves that we can play at this level, and to finally be given that chance, it's awesome. You're
playing with guys that you only watch on TV. You never play with them in real life, and the first time you get to actually play with them. So definitely you regard these players. It's these are the guys that you're looking up to. So you can get there someday.
When we first got out there, it was pretty nerve-wracking, thinking if you actually took the time to sit and think of where you were and what was going on.
It's funny, we've all kind of taken separate paths, and paths where we generally shouldn't know each other, but the soccer world is relatively small, and we all know each other through somebody, and I'm sure have heard of each other through something, and so and with the guys, the veterans and everything that have been here, they make it really simple on you, they introduce themselves where you're kind of nervous, kind of like standing in the corner, waiting for your turn, and they make it comfortable for you. They try to make it as easy as possible, so it's a pretty friendly environment.
The best thing about the environment that we're playing in right now is the guys are really supportive.
It would just be amazing to be out there with these guys and to be able to represent the country.
It'd be basically a dream come true.
Both Heath and Benny have played at the youth levels on the national teams, and that's something I've never done. So to be here and to have that opportunity is just amazing for me.
It would be unbelievable to have that chance to be able to put on a jersey and do what most people dream of and what you've typically dreamed of your whole life.